And off we are to the races once more, starting out with a question that's been on my mind that I did not prep you for at all. Again, I'm just going to
Yeah.
start heading for the Undead Asylum while we discuss this. But here's the question that I didn't prep you for, the Souls question. Why do the different classes in Bloodborne start with blood echoes at all? And why do they start with different amounts? And do the different amounts mean anything?
No
Because
idea.
you shouldn't have blood echoes at the start, should you? You should probably go the other way.
I haven't considered that.
Yeah, never thought about it before. But it seems like at the beginning of the game, you haven't killed anything since getting blood ministered, and yet you enter the world with a pocket full of echoes, and it's not even the same quantity of echoes for each class, which means it's not like a human's worth of echoes or anything. Where's the alternate way
Had
up here?
neither noticed nor thought about it.
I thought that there was, oh, here it is. I knew that there was like a ruin surrounding the alternate way up. But yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it suggests, I guess it suggests that the act of ministration, the fucking crystal lizard up here, I think we're gonna get him. He's definitely a trap. Definitely a trap. Oh, but he didn't go far enough, so we're fine. Also got some large shards. So did we end up upgrading our, yeah, Balder side sword, but I guess we can't upgrade it further because we can't ascend it yet. There's the trap.
oh, I had forgotten about those guys.
Yeah, the invisible fucking golems. They love it. They love it, folks. Let's address the inaudible
So,
elephant in the room.
um, like I said, I hadn't even noticed that, to be honest. So when you say we start with blood echoes, like, you mean just on us, as if we
Oh
had
yeah.
killed something.
Uh-huh, exactly. You can
Okay.
see them when you're picking your character. Each class just starts with a different quantity of blood echoes in their pocket. It's mysterious, isn't it? I had never really thought about it before, but it's as if we had done a murder, but and had been in
Oh,
a state, like a metaphysical state, where we're able to collect the echoes.
from the top of my head, I would guess they were granted to us, like we've just been enlisted into the service of the Moon Presence, right?
Right.
But why different
Do
amounts?
you want to look it up right now and see if the amount corresponds to the level that you start at?
Let me take a look.
I wonder if it's even on the wiki because it's such an insignificant detail, but it's definitely there in the game. Because what if it's your own blood echoes? Like if you are consumed in a way through the ministration of the blood. Fuck. Oh right, we have fuck tons of health. So, ouch.
And when you were asking that,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of considering something like that,
Yeah.
but like it's converting, it's our own echoes being converted, but I don't know how that would work.
Like you're not alive anymore. Is the hunter alive really? Watch me just completely fail to make this jump. This is the ultimate embarrassment, of course, is being stuck in it. Maybe I should pause the recording and then just bring it back when I've made the jump.
No,
No? Okay, we made it. Nothing to it. Nothing to it.
no, first try, that's fine.
Easy. Now, unfortunately, I seem to recall that there's a key over here. I think that's a key in this mod. So we have to do it. No, it wasn't. Fuck. Well, I cursed us to do. We need those sunlight elixirs as well, though. We're gonna need at least one.
So the blood echoes do not correspond to the
They
level. Like,
don't. Okay.
except for waste of skin, apparently they all start at level 10.
Hmm. Really, I never noticed that.
And they do have differing levels of blood echoes.
Isn't that
Okay,
strange?
so the lowest level is 180 for the Violent Pest. The highest is 540 for Noble Scion.
Almost makes it sound like
Hmm.
cash.
Yeah.
I mean, the noble
Mm,
scion you think is a scion of Canehurst, right?
yeah.
So it would make
That
sense that they were
one
closer to the blood.
kind of correlates, right?
Yeah.
There might be something here.
Here we go. Did we get the freeze frame on this one? Yes! This is possibly the best part of any cutscene in the entire Souls lineage. People may notice out there in TV land that I am no longer clipping the way I was last time. I apologize for that. It was absolutely horrible. Going back and listening to that, it's like, oh, Stray's cutting out every other fucking word. That's no
Well,
good.
the greatest loss about that is that it only clipped when you were speaking softly.
Yeah, and everybody wants to
Um,
enjoy that, of course.
yeah,
Everybody wants to savor the
the
softness.
stray ASMR.
Stray SMR, yes. The brand of alive remains a lie is murmuring to myself foolishly, me. Give you warm, give you soft. That's just a soul over there, I think. But yes, so last time we fought those hellish cats, Alvina's brood, at the grave of Artorias instead of Sif. And they gave to us this silver pendant, let's remind ourselves, a treasured pendant left by the grave of the Abyss Walker, where it was ferociously guarded. Yeah, that's fucking right it was. Its powerful warm aura appears to naturally repel darkness. Pendants like this were once exchanged in wedding ceremonies in Enolondo, though no name or seal of marriage has yet been engraved on this stone. Let's drop that shit. Toot toot. I'll grab this soul, sure, yeah, Soul of the Lost Cleric. I knew exactly what that was. Doot, 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 doot. There we go. And when we come on back, what we're gonna find is that it is. Do you know? Do you have a thought as to what this is going to be?
Give me warm.
I don't know how you could
Give me
possibly guess.
soft.
Is it something that I could guess, or is it just
Only
impossible?
because it's the simplest possible thing. Let's just grab it. The broken pendant.
Okay.
So we traded one.
Oh yeah, you said last time that it was associated with, like, it. They gave it. Oh no. Oh no.
Mhm.
Last time, did you mention the starting iron pendant last time or not?
Yeah, I think that I did, and I think that I don't know what I'm talking about with the starting item pendant, because I thought that maybe you could trade that here immediately, but I'm not actually sure that's the case. Maybe we should start a new character and look at the description on the starting item pendant at some point, maybe the end of this session, just because I'm
Okay.
curious as to what it says. The broken pendant, shattered stone amulet encased in a pale vine. It resembles a pendant traditionally exchanged in royal Lucille marriage ceremonies. The ancient stone is surrounded by a faint aura of nostalgia, reverence, and great longing. Whoever lost this amulet must be desperate to retrieve it. Yes, indeed. Now, we've got a few... Yeah, yes, indeed. I can't stop myself saying that shit. Now, we could poke around a little bit more here in the asylum, but I think that that's probably going to be a tale of heartache and just terrible, terrible times at this point.
Oh, you're in the driver's seat, so you
Yeah.
call the shots here.
Let's not give ourselves the big peril. Well, no, wait. Did we find the other key to this place though? Because there is something. Opens the gates on the second floor of the asylum. No, that's not the one. Let's run up and see if we actually did find that key, because I don't know which key it is. But if we zip around, this is another one of those
Hey,
things that.
can you explain something to me?
Please. Hit
What's
me.
so funny about Touch Grace?
Oh, of course, you're not on Twitter.
No, I'm not on Twitter.
Well, one of the things that it is important to remember. Uh-oh, it's Oscar. One of the things that it's important to remember is that even though many of us spend many hours a day on Twitter, that Twitter doesn't matter to us at all because we're very cool and have lots of sex. We're all very empowered beings who have lives outside of the internet, and we should not be getting mad online. And around the time that Elden Ring came out, there was a meme. Look at me just not even pretending to play right here. I've got bottomless hit points and I'm going to act like it. There was a meme which was touch grass. Go outside and touch grass. And that just means please stop caring so much about this. This is Twitter, it's not real life. Go out into the world and be a real person. And so touch grace was like touch grass, and everybody really loves it. Is this from you watching my recordings and me being like touch grace? Hee hee.
Not just you.
Okay,
Like
it's not just me.
when I your recordings certainly made me more curious about it, but because now like I know somebody who's doing it, so. But I was already curious, like, why are people finding this funny? What am I missing here?
Yes, it was a sort of zeitgeist thing. The joy of the moment. I think this is a ring? Yes, Ring of the Sun's Firstborn.
India's Island?
Yeah, apparently. What's it doing here? Let's take a look. Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who inherited the sunlight, once wore this ancient ring, greatly boosts miracles. The heir to sunlight was a god of war, but threatened to revolt when his departed mother's true name was struck from the annals. In his fury,
Like
the
that?
Lord... Yeah, of course. In his fury, the Lord of Sunlight delivered the same sentence to his son, and rescinded his deific status. They're with
Yeah,
you.
not sure about the second part, but
Well, because in the
I like
the
vibe.
Bob reading, right? It's the son, the nameless king, was like working. He became aware of what was going on, and
Yeah.
was the exile was sort of fraudulent, right?
yeah, like to protect him.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fuck. What have I done? What have I done?
Your numbers don't matter here.
I'm between a rock and a wet corpse. Okay, no more of that, please. I'm too many numbers for you. Get fucked. Yeah, that would have been disastrous if we weren't in big boy cheater mode. Hello, 2 knights. Come along. Doot, doot, doot. Nope, one more. Nope. Oh yeah, I got that thrusting R2. That'd be easy. Hey, he's got a thrusting R2 as well. Get fucked, boys. Now, I hope we have the key to this door, because, yeah, okay, a silent corridor key. I believe that what's back here is the bottomless box. Soul of a Lost Cleric. So I just watched a friend play through this, not this part of the mod, but the beginning of Dark Souls 1, and he read the description of the bottomless box, and he had an observation.
Okay,
A peculiar...
please.
Yes?
No, sorry, no, just go ahead. I
Yeah.
just need something on the bottomless box.
A peculiar bottomless wooden box. Its origins are unknown. Some deride it as a symbol of unbridled avarice. Now, he commented that that line, like, tells us something about the society of this world. That, like, society abhors a bottomless box. That this is a world where having one of those is seen as gauche or like a moral flaw. Which, of course, that's directly implied by that description, but I never really thought about it before. That, like, yeah, you shouldn't have one of those. Like, that's tacky. That sucks. It's garish to have a bottomless box. It charms
That
me.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So that's the drop
I
down
like
to the
that.
demon, right? Did you have something
I
on the
f-
box?
No, I just need to know about the box.
Oh yes.
Like I don't know about the
Oh
box.
yeah. Well, how does it work? That's true. You've posed this question before. What's
It
going on
haunts me.
with the bottomless box? I don't.
It's such a. It's like a simple gadget that nobody thinks about, but breaks all the laws of physics.
Oh my god. Should we try to fight the bad boy? I don't see him down there. I wonder if he... I don't remember if he appears. We got no souls to lose now, and we don't lose our humanity when we die because we're wearing Vendrick's crown or something. Oh, did the other one manage to die when, Oh, nope, there he is. Shit. Oh boy. Okay, let's see how long this looks like it's gonna take. Long.
Whoop.
I don't know that it's worth it. So one of the fun things about this fight in this mod is that, I don't know if it's guaranteed, but the hollows with torches upstairs can, or maybe always do, fall down on you in the middle of the fight. Which is the cruelest thing. I think there he is. Fuck! Fuck! Thankfully he can kill them himself, as you see. Is it worth spending 10 minutes and maybe losing on this? What does worth even mean? A chance for Boromir to show his quality. I hate these things in Elden Ring. They're so bastardy.
Which thing?
The tree spirits, the whatever. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
What are they called?
The avatars?
Yeah, that's one. It's not the herniated tree spirits, but the avatars. That Elden Stars maneuver that they do that you really can't avoid unless you're on torrent or have line of sight. Goodbye. Look what he's doing to his little puppets, you know? It's cruel.
Elden Stars? They don't do Elder Stars.
Yeah, they do. The one where they smash their, I think it's Elden Stars, right? It's the same move that the
no.
Elden Beast does.
The Elden Stars like actually follows you around.
Yeah, that's true.
That one just shoots a lot of lasers from.
They're pretty
and every point.
fucking hard, yet just.
You can just strafe.
I feel like
You don't need to
without
be on
torrent,
torrent.
I don't know. It owns me.
I know
filing a
you like
complaint.
your pony, but
Torrent's a
in
good
this
boy.
particular, he is a very good
He
boy.
believed in us. Elena didn't believe in us.
Yeah, people don't give Torrent too much credit, but that's on par for Dark Souls, right? Like, people don't see animals in Dark Souls are clearly sentient beings, but
That's true.
nobody.
I mean, are they also
Gives them
dreglings imbued with soul? Like, what are they at base? Or are animals pure soul, maybe? Like, they don't even have matter underneath them.
Yeah, I thought about that, but there's no evidence one way or another. Like, I used to think, well, maybe different kinds of souls created different kinds of beings.
I mean, dogs do kind of become weirdly humanoid, right? But I think that's because they're eating human bodies or something.
Yeah, like, or absorbing the properties. You become what you eat, right?
Yes. Certainly in Dark Souls. Oh, so you know how there's, you know how at the base of the crucified bodies in Elden Ring there are often, or sometimes, runes?
Yes.
That strongly suggests that runes can pass through shit as it runs down the legs of a crucified person. Is my thought.
Now that you mention, yes.
The game does have some interest in excrement in general. There's the dung beetle stuff. Certainly, you're talking about a ring.
Gold.
Yeah, the
It
gold.
never.
It never
the
dries
gold
out.
changes. Yeah, never dries out.
Tyrant's Key, Chthonic Archhammer, and the Winged Chaos Mode. And a Homeward Bone for good measure, although we don't need it. Well, we just fucking kicked that thing's ass.
Yeah, that wasn't hard at all, man.
No, it's just such a flow-chartable boss, as they say in JRPG Town. Opens the changed locks in the Asylum dungeon. Reforged key to the cells in the East Dungeon of the Undead Asylum. Such mindfulness of security is rare in a Chaos Demon. What sin could have condemned the strange, covetous stray to languish among the hallowed in this wretched place?
Did you do Stray?
What did I do? It's just a job. The sin is capitalism, that he's expected to prostrate himself before the powerful. And he dropped us a weapon as well. Although I think that the weapon of the other demon, the description of the other demon weapon was the same. Demon weapon built from the stone arch trees used by lesser demons in North Undead Asylum. No special power, but beats foes to a pulp. But we are dexterous, not strong. So, not for us. Did I talk to you, did I say on a previous recording why I think Power Stance works in Dark Souls 2 and is so fraught with, why I think it's like bad design in Elden Ring? There's a specific mechanical reason. One sec, we're gonna find a unique item here. Use the Tyrant's Key. The Omphalic Rune. And something else. Soul of a Blind Wizard. So those runes, I think we found one already. If you have a runic weapon, which is like the enchanted upgrade path, it replaces the enchanted upgrade path. You can use these runes to imbue your weapon with different, quite unique properties, like doing a backstab causes you to become invisible and inaudible for 15 seconds, kind of thing, like real wild shit.
Okay, that's cool.
I think this one, no one knows what it does. Like the entire community has
What do you
no
mean?
idea. No one knows what this one is for. They've tried using it in all kinds of crazy situations, and no one knows what this particular rune does. Rune written by an imprisoned, tortured undead wizard who finally gave in to the dark sign. It is the fate of the undead to die again and again until no scrap of humanity remains. This rune increases the strength of undead still warm with the ashes of rebirth. What could that mean? No one remains to interpret these words, but the symbols etched into runic weapons seem to resonate with their sound. So there's other runes that do other things, and I don't think anyone knows what this one does.
Hey, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Put the description up again.
Where are you at, Mr. Omphalic Rune? There it is. Written by a wizard, increases strength of undead still warm with the ashes of rebirth.
That last paragraph, is it
That's on all
common
the
for
runes.
runes?
Yeah, that's the one that's
Okay.
on all the runes.
Okay. People probably have tried that, but did you try using Dark Sign?
I guess we could just use... Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting point. If you used the dark sign and then immediately used it,
Yeah.
we would need to have a runic weapon to test it, and that's like an intelligence thing. We could make a runic weapon at some point, though, even though we're not going to be, like, spec'd for it.
Okay.
Play
I
around with those a
suspect
little.
people have probably tried it.
Seems
but
likely. It does have it right there. I actually, yeah, I have not gone and looked into what the community thinks about that. I would be very curious to learn. Need the Hawk Ring anymore? Good old Ring of Temptation. Gain more souls, but leave nothing on death. Not while we've got 31,000 souls in our pocket. Thank you. Now, in the base game, do the Black Knights show up here already, or do they only show up like after the Lord Vessel?
I think they show up when you go back
Just
to
when
the
you first
Asylum,
go
yes.
back. So at that point, you can
Yeah.
just farm up the Black Knight weapons. Be strong. So let's see, how much... Oh, sorry, work is being loud. Let me put that on mute. Sorry to anyone who works with Teams, who just got traumatized by that bing bong. My B.
Hey, what?
Oh, Teams, Microsoft Teams. It's the it's Microsoft's absolutely horrible productivity chat program. It's like Discord if Discord didn't work. What you think? I'm always inclined to just max out endurance, to go to 40 endurance first.
What?
Because at 40 you stop gaining more stamina.
Okay.
And given it increases both your stamina and your equip load, it's like the most versatile of the stats. Doot. Doot doot. There we go. Alright, well that was a pretty successful, if perhaps a bit long, visit to the Undead Asylum. Why don't we head on home? And, oh god, please don't, please don't. Just leave me alone. Please, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, endurance very much the best stat in Dark Souls 1 in my opinion, until you get to the point it's not giving you any more stamina. And even after that it's kinda good. Just 'cause... Oh no! well.
That's one way to get.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the video on pause. We'll be right back. Okay, we are
So yeah, I
live
got
again.
these tools. Okay.
You can keep talking about it though. We were just talking about camera tools in Elden Ring and how we're cheating, so we're still human even though we just perished. Look at that LOD there. Just a black maw. Not permitted to see into this at all. I think there's one other item up here. Yeah, it's there. Can we carefully creep down to score it? Creep, creep, creep. Like this. And like this. What are you? Titanite shard, I'll take it. I'm not complaining. Okay.
You mentioned souls have different effects when you upon use, but you haven't used any yet.
Have we not used any? Well, it's so hard to bring yourself to use them. Why don't we read through them though, because they rock. I know we probably already did a couple. Soul of an undead cleric who strayed too far from the righteous path, absorbed to heal shallow wounds. Soul of an undead soldier who reluctantly returned to service and took up arms for the gods, temporarily boost strength. Soul of an undead wizard who lost sight of all that mattered, absorbed to channel forgotten sorcery. It fires a laser. And this one will boost our resistances. That was the soul of the Titanite demon boss. And then we got another winged chaos mote. We already had one of those from the first of the asylum dudes we fought. Yeah, the bonus effects just kind of make them harder to use. Like you're like, I don't want to use it now. I think I definitely ended up using like a poise soul when I was fighting a certain very large, very red man.
That's a very interesting concept. Like, you're incentivized to use them for tough fights, but then if it's a tough fight, you're likely to lose the souls you just gained. Like that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a little brutal. I mean, consumables in general are kind of a harsh thing. We did the gargoyles, right?
No. You went there, but they
Oh,
were
right, they're not
infected.
there. That's right. They won't spawn until we have gotten gloves that are heavy enough to pull a big lever. Goofy concept, but
yeah, what's the justification for that? Like,
I don't know. I think that was one that when I first played this, I thought it was really dumb, and I was like, I'm not gonna play this. This is too goofy. But I think that it's goofy in a way that is charming. I think the justification
sounds like a Zelda reference.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's a Zelda thing. It's a metatextual reference to games in general, and an excuse for making the game more open in a way, because it's like you gotta poke around until you find some heavy gauntlets. And I think I may have mentioned, ooh, a dark presence has emerged in the basin. This means that we can now access the DLC. I don't believe we have to beat the Hydra to do it, which is good, because I don't want to fight the Hydra, because I fucking hate that thing. Does anyone have a good time fighting the Hydra? Would anyone like to admit to that? You're on a list. You are going on the list.
I don't think that's possible.
No, it's not a good time. Stand. Stand up and yield unto me some souls. You are no match for the Baldur's Side sword. Probably not really enough souls to be worth the time it takes them to stand up.
Bad fights are very bad for me. Like, for my
the particular state of mind that you have, you can't stand being asked to do them.
Yeah, because the problem is, at least on my first playthrough, if they ask me to fight something, I have to fight something. Anything, everything. I have to kill everything once.
I have no such shame.
And I just can't. And if it's a bad fight, I know it's bad, I'm not having fun, but I have to do it.
You gotta do it. Hey, Mr. Hydra, just fucking leave me alone. No wood grain ring. Do you need it around the edge? Hey, the brigand. I may have mentioned this, but if you get a heavy glove as a drop, that's not good enough for the tower, by the way. You have to actually find one in the world. Like in a chest.
I specific one, or it just
I
a
think there's a
kind
number of them that qualify. We're
But
actually
if you get one that would qualify from a chest, but if you got it as a
as a
drop,
random
it doesn't
drop, it
work.
does not count. Apparently, I
Okay.
believe I've heard that.
That's
believe I've
probably
experienced
just technical limitation, right?
I don't know. Either that, or they want to reinforce the "it's to make you explore the world" element. But
Yeah, but it wouldn't make sense. Like, there's no reason for it.
oh well, yeah. But we just found one stone gear, a classic set, truly the stone set, and the DLC is open. Let's do it. Why don't we? Wow, we're looking into the orb. Do not look directly at the sphere.
Okay, that's
We got God. Trying to break our necks as it yanks us
I don't
back
know
in
why I was expecting it not to be different. Like,
there. Was it different? Is it different color?
yeah, like it wasn't supposed to be Invader Red.
Yeah. There's a
And you
little.
weren't supposed to be there either.
Yeah, that's true. We're in the wrong place, aren't we? Weird. Weird. I'm gonna use Soul of the Blind Wizard
I don't know if I love Menace or if I hate Menace.
as a fight or as a concept.
As a meta representation of the state of the lore hunting community.
Expand.
He is one of the best examples of the kind of shitfuckery
Wild
people
jumps.
can get up to.
Yeah. There's not really a lot about Manus, and people make a lot of assertions about him.
Yeah.
It's very irritating when I'm like listening to a stream and people will be like, "Oh yeah, it's Manus. He's the first man, and he's missing his girlfriend." And it's like, I'm not sure if that's supported. We missed a dude. I think we can respawn him by quitting out and coming back in though. Look how fast that quit out is. I love it. Do you have a take on Manus? I don't remember.
Why did he? What's? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, the crystal lizards respawn if you back out. I don't remember. Oh my god. Woof. Edge. Recall if there's anything over here.
My take on Menace is that he's a primordial man. Like, I get, like, from Dark Souls 1 only, if you've only ever played Dark Souls 1, then I get people theorizing that he's Adam, right? Like
Right.
the first man.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you've played the Ringed City,
Oh, the
then
wolf.
there,
Oh, shit.
there's no reason not to think he's a primordial man.
Just
Like,
one of the early
just a first
pygmies.
man, yeah.
One
No,
of the...
not even the pygmies necessarily, just a first man, like one of the first men. Before they were branded with the Ring of Fire. And the reason for unearthing him is precisely because he would have died and been buried without the Ring of Fire, which would make it possible to use him as a stronger connection to the Abyss. You know, like the way into the Abyss had been sealed, and I think they used him to reopen that pathway.
Yeah, that makes sense. His body contains within it unsealed dark soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Miracle Vow of Silence. Oh boy. Sometimes some of these guys' attacks go up, don't they? We will never
I don't know.
Well, we will never know, because hopefully we never have to come back this way, because we're going to one-shot Manus right about now. I'm sure that what's about to happen is we're going to have to do a fist fight with Manus at level 14. It's remarkable. Oh, no, it's not all that empty. Fuck. these guys are high level still, though. They've not been scaled down, have they? Did you read about Vow of Silence? I don't know if it's changed. Secret rite of the black-haired witch Velka prevents casting of magic within the area of effect. Velka, the goddess of sin, is a rogue deity, but she is versed in arts both old and new, and is considered to have a great range of influence, even as gods are concerned.
It's too vanilla.
Yeah, anything to do with Velka we should pay close attention to, because she's been expanded upon somewhat, but I guess in that one, not much. Oh boy, oh no. Oh no. Just want the shield. Give me the shield. Is there anything else to get here? Isn't there another tunnel? I don't remember exactly.
One thing I personally really like about this DLC is, again, I'm first and foremost a lore hunter, right? That's what I enjoy most about these games.
Yeah.
So, once I was talking to another lore hunter, like self-proclaimed lore hunter, recognized as a lore hunter. And just to be clear, now that I'm saying this out loud,
Not that anyone's ever going to hear this or anything. Should I pause the recording?
No, that's fine. It's just, it sounds a bit. The title of lore hunter, as I'm using it, doesn't really mean shit. It's just a reflection of being perceived as someone with opinions that matter a little bit more. Just that. And okay, so I was talking to this other person, and they just couldn't grasp the possibility the game might be lying to them at some point.
No, it's all true. I know the guy who wrote the Black Separation Crystals description. I know him. He wouldn't lie to me.
Right? And I'm like, in real time, thinking to myself, how do I respond to this? Like, how can we move forward with this conversation if you can't grasp that?
I mean, the item descriptions outright express opinions sometimes, so it's like...
Yes, it's just personal points of view sometimes. Like, this is what I know about this item, about this concept. Doesn't mean I know shit, you know?
I mean, especially, like, you look at Dark Souls 2 and how many items are like, no one knows where this came from. No one is sure.
Yeah, like...
There's limits to the knowledge of the narrator, and there's... I mean, I don't know. I've always wondered about this, if there's any sense that there is a character that's known who is the narrator, or if it's meant to be the same sort of archivist across the three games.
I think those are presented as the common sense impressions, most common sense impressions that are available to the people that would have known about that item.
It's a stands to reason type explanation of things.
Yeah, but always from a certain point of view, right? So it can kind of vary depending on the kind of item that you're looking at.
Yeah, that's true. It seems like some items are, like, for example, reverent of the gods and all, where other ones will be like, and they kept a dark secret. I can't think of an example on the top of my head, but it does seem like not everything takes the same sort of moral stance on the world necessarily.
Yes, exactly.
How about the rhythm rune?
And go for it.
An uncanny rune of unknown origin found deep in the yawning chasm that swallowed Lucio. Most rune songs react to spilled blood or brilliant light, but this bizarre rune seems to sing louder when the sounds of steel on flesh match the rhythmic drums of the abyss. No one remains to interpret these lost words, but the symbols etched into runic weapons seem to resonate with their sound. What were you saying now? I interrupted you there at the end.
Just before I continue real quick, I think it's interesting that they're associating the power of the runes with the sounds that are made.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is a Bloodborne thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like I like it. I like it very much.
Yeah, there's a couple of pretty direct references to other FromSoft games in here. I never noticed that.
My
That's cool.
appreciation for this mod is growing by the episode.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how you feel about what we're about to witness. If you're feeling ready to witness something,
Okay, let me just finish my
please
train
wrap
of
your
thought
thought.
first.
Yeah, definitely.
So the thing I like about this DLC is that right from the get-go, from the first game, Miyazaki was making damn sure to tell
Oh
everybody
yes, that history is
in
wrong.
a way,
Yeah.
yeah, like, okay, I taught you this. You played the base game, I told you this. This is the truth. Here's the DLC. What you knew was wrong.
Yeah.
You need to look carefully. You know, think about the things that I'm telling you. They may not be true. It's so explicit, and it's like the fucking DLC. The whole DLC is an argument for that, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, people, just okay.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
it is true. Yeah, history is wrong in Dark Souls. People don't. Things are muddled.
Yeah,
You
people
know,
don't
you know,
know.
time is convoluted. Mhm.
Oh, fuck.
Not to break your heart or anything, but time is stagnant, and we are all kind of mired in it.
Yeah,
The
we are
past is
privy to knowledge that is not known to everybody. We have the benefit of the historical perspective, but history doesn't. History as it is known by people, other people, just isn't known,
yeah,
right?
and it's only when we have gnosis, so to speak, like direct experience of the divine, that we even know that we have been misled, or not even deliberately misled, but just that we have seen something that's been obscurithed, and
Yes.
and so yeah, for sure. Dark Souls is not super straightforward with the player. Notoriously, you'd think people would hold on to that a little bit more
Yeah,
clearly.
but it happens very often, unfortunately.
Okay, so consider for a moment that we didn't have to walk through the rest of the DLC, so I guess conceptually we're here earlier than we otherwise would have been,
Yeah, it
right?
shouldn't be the end boss.
It shouldn't be, but we're in every sense here early. No grab. It certainly is dark over there. What? We showed up during the encounter between Artorias and Manus. Now, we could help if we wanted, and we would get obliterated. We can chill out over here with Sif. I don't know if you're actually kept safe by doing that. Oh, you can't get into the circle. So unfortunately, while I would love to watch this encounter closely as Artorias and Manus square off, the safest thing to do if we don't want to have to do this again is to go and cower on the opposite side of the arena. Because Manus does his Dark Nova thing, and he will just fucking kill you. Although we do have shit tons of health, don't we? Maybe we can be a little brave and watch a little bit. Maybe bop him on the tail? Yeah! I helped! I helped! Oomph. I love that Sif is here in her circle. Like, this is what happened, right? It's just that we're witnessing it this time, instead of showing up after the fact.
I get that it wouldn't work in the vanilla, like it's something that needs to be reviewed.
Yeah, so
But-
this whole plot here, like what's being done with Artorias, plays so heavily on the community's understanding of Artorias, like to a profound degree. Everything that's done here is like a response to the way Artorias is discussed, I think. And I also feel it doesn't in its absolute baseline, it doesn't change the story. It's just a retelling of the same story. Mostly. We'll
Yeah,
see-
it's
we'll
a
see.
reenactment.
But this is but the beginning of what's being done here. We shall see as we progress what all's being done with this storyline. But yeah, we've witnessed this reenactment of this battle that we'd only heard about before. This ends really coolly. I hope we can be close enough. Go ahead, Artorias, do your thing. Dude. He's already injured. Oomph. I wonder if this can, like, bug out. Artorias stops dealing damage to Manus. Oh, don't get too close. pretty slowly. A little bit of damage there. Poke, poke. Sif, you're safe. I would cower with thee, but alas, I am denied entrance to your little circle. Give him hell, Abyss Walker. Oh, is this the Nova? Thankfully, he seems well focused on the greater foe here. Maybe he doesn't do the Nova. Oh, whoa, he disappeared. And Artorias is glowing, and he leapt out of the arena. So something happened there. Manus didn't quite hit 0 health. And there goes Sif. There's the cleansing great shield. And here is Dusk. So Manus didn't quite hit 0 health, and a bunch of darkness poured into Artorias, and he vaulted away. So something somewhat different happened here than in the version of the story that we know.
It was cool. Like the fanboy in me appreciates that very much.
Yes, we're
I'm not an
going
Artorias fanboy, but it was cool as fuck.
that is only the beginning of this. We will not be returning to it for a while, but, how do we leave? Oh, there. We got a gate. So we will not be returning to this part of this story for a while, because the next part of it is probably the hardest thing in the game, I think. But eventually we will be revisiting the Grave of Artorias, and we will find something there that is of great interest. Whoa, they took us here? Well, alright.
That makes sense, right?
We're in. Does it? Why? Oh yeah, is that where we were physically?
Yeah.
All the way
Like,
down here.
Um,
That makes sense. It's where the abyss is.
the where we fight Manus supposedly is where we fight the Four Kings, right?
Is that so? It feels
Yeah.
like you can't possibly go far enough across the land, but maybe not.
I remember I don't have it on hand, but I remember
People have shown the map laid
people-
over itself.
yeah, and it's basically the same place.
Wild. I guess you go really far. Yeah, I guess you do kind of go really far, don't you, when you're in the DLC? It's a much more kind of
You
direct
do.
overland route instead of being all up and down until the end there. Notice that New Londo, I think we come down here, this place is a lot
Briefly, you
lighter.
breezed by it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that, well, I don't know. What do we do next? Okay, so we got a couple of options. We could, God, what is our next, our next, point of attack? We could go down and see about Quelang. We could, try and figure out, I'm trying to remember what we've already done. It's been a minute. Did we encounter the Thrall? I don't think we encountered
Yeah.
the Thrall. Did we?
You didn't do anything down here last time.
Oh, no, not that. I don't think that we would continue down here. Oh, hello. Falchion. A different dex weapon than it is in the base game. Cool. I think the next thing that we want to do is to go and see about the Capra Demon. But we're not going to be able to get into the depths in the conventional manner. Because that door that you would normally open that has the key
way
that's just
is
past the
shut.
pig, yes, the way is shut. And nobody's speaking friend and enter, and I tell you what. So,
How big of a fan of Lord of the Rings are you?
I've listened to the BBC radio play version a zillion times, and that's about my whole relationship to it.
Okay.
And that door is locked. So what are we supposed to do? I don't really remember what our next task is. Maybe I should check.
Well, you're the guide here, so
Yeah, and I have
you
a
don't
guide.
know, I don't know.
I have a guide is the nice thing. I just want to make sure I don't get us in trouble. We could go just fight the gargoyles. I mean, although they're probably going to be pretty fucking tough. It's the only, well, we can do it
Getting
anyway.
in trouble is usually fun.
Yeah, let's get ourselves in gargoyle trouble.
Like, I know I always bring it up, but I'm currently watching you go through the Helix tree,
Oh yes, that was hard.
and you seem to having a blast, you know?
Yeah, it's like the only hard traversal in the entire game. I mean, you would remember better than me actually if I struggled anywhere else, because you've been reviewing it. But I do like
Not
the Helix.
really. Like, that's honestly the most difficult thing you've done so far.
Yeah, I think so. Nothing else really compares. Doop 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 doop. Back to Firelink Shrine. So yeah, let's. Now that we've got those fancy gloves, the gargoyles will spawn. We don't have any Firekeeper souls, do we? No. Hey, you.
Hello. I don't think we've met.
He's got nothing special to say. Doing his Mark Hamill's Joker impression. Joker-fied Lautrec. Well, we could kick him off the edge, but I think that in the interest of content, we will allow him to do his filthy work. We'll regret it, but sometimes you gotta do things that are regretful in this life.
You often do.
Yeah, listen. Sometimes things are hard. I think we should be able to summon Solaire at least, assuming he's like around at all, which... Oh yeah, his summon sign wasn't there before, right? And I was like, why isn't he here? And it's because the gargoyles weren't there yet. But now, I think that it should be... Almost jumped off there reflexively. I can't believe that that channeler up at the top here respawns. Like, that is brutal. Brutal. Have you, are you a fan of David Lynch?
Kinda. Like, I like him, I like his work, but I don't feel like I've seen enough of his work to be an actual fan of him.
If you haven't seen Mulholland Drive, I highly recommend it. I think it's his most watchable. It's pretty funny, and it's, oh fuck, no Solaire. Okay, well...
I have it on my computer,
Oh,
and it's always on the list.
Mhm,
I just
I know
never
the
get
feeling.
around to it.
That's me and a couple of animes. Samurai Flamenco. We don't need to watch this, it's just a cutscene. But the fight is a little bit of a bastard. You see that scaled, just got a lot of health. We're wielding a +5 weapon. This is how they're treating us? Also, you may recall that we got a special debuff that one time called Bone Rust. Yes, gargoyles also inflict bone rust, so we could end up with reduced healing, which is not great. Ooh. I don't seem to have a bone rust meter built in though. Maybe this one doesn't do it. Oh, kind. Oh no, bad timing. Frame rate's a little low. Man. Bastard. Seems not to like that thrust attack. Oh boy. Second gargoyle doesn't even have as much reduced health as usual. Oh, this could be rough. I would love for Solaire to be here. Oh no. Oh no! Well, that's a sorry fate. Sorry fate indeed, friend.
From a narrative perspective, they could use bone rust as a way to gauge the relative age of entities.
Oh, that's true.
Like, the more they inflict, the older they are.
The bones grow tired. 1 second, I'm looking at my Daughters of Ash. I'll just put the recording on pause. Oh, well, the key to the door to the back door to Blighttown is down in New Londo, so we're going to explore it again. Whoops. You just asked me a question. Go ahead and ask it again.
Have you played Disco Elysium?
I have indeed. I quite liked it. I've also watched Range Touch's playthrough of it, where they each play their own separate playthrough and they discuss them with kind of cut down. It's not like an actual play, it's like a series of podcasts.
Don't know who that is.
They're really good. They're doing a podcast about Homestuck right now. It's like a couple of PhDs, the kind of media theory people. They did a bunch of stuff about Baldur's Gate and Fallout. They're doing big long series about a bunch of sort of nerd media, which is cool stuff. But what are your thoughts about Disco Elysium?
Oh, I love it. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
one of my favorites.
My wife? That's not the specter of neoliberalism. That's my wife. Yeah, I think when I played Disco Elysium, my character got sober like a year and more earlier than I myself did, which was a kind of sorrowful thing to experience. Kind of emotional about that at the time, I seem to recall. It's like, well, here I am drinking. Harry Dubois will stop, but his master will not. I think I also cheated in there.
That's actually a testament to both the game itself and the medium.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a memorable experience to have a vice that you are kicking in the fiction, but not prepared to do so in the real world. I think this might just be a club down here. No. All right, video goes back on pause. All right, we'll turn the recording back on before we've gotten back down to where we were, because we're talking about Disco Elysium and stuff. We were just talking about how I was certainly like an out of control drinking problem boy when I played the game. And I do think that gives me a perspective on the game that is somewhat different from people who do not have a history of substance abuse problems, because so much of what's going on there is just Harry dealing with his own being super out of sorts, and the consequences of things that he did and doesn't remember, which was also a huge part of my life for many years. So yeah, I do think that that's something that gave me certain kinds of feelings about the game.
I don't know if that's the word, but that's nice.
Nice, yeah. I mean, sometimes nice is the only word you got. Yeah.
Certainly an experience, at least.
Let's
Where are the ghosts?
Oh, so this is actually I don't think the ghosts do the ghosts ever show up? We'll find out. There is a darkened New Londo state that we will eventually put things in.
Okay.
I think it's just the drainage. It flips the condition of the place, but yeah, at the beginning, New Londo is just a place to hang out. Just a place to wander around, see some hollows. Guess we could have taken that shortcut. Whoops. Not going for it.
This is like a vacation retreat for hollows, peaceful place where they
I
can just
guess.
be alone,
Yeah, the details.
and you have to fuck it up again.
Yeah, we drain it, things go very bad here. This area is quite fucked up when it's in its other state. Now, this I don't understand. Do you see how I can't walk there?
Okay.
Invisible hollow.
Okay.
Don't know what that's about. No idea what's going on there.
Dark Souls 2 reference.
I guess. It seems to be. You didn't drop a small, smooth, silky something. Oh, great. Torch boys. I was said it was easy. I spoke too soon. Oh, no. No. We were not aiming for the jumping attack there. Fucker. Oh, my God.
You're conditioned by the game to be careful at all times, but then you fight something and you remember, oh yeah, I have numbers.
Yes, I am equipped with many numbers. Look at this motherfucker. It wasn't just a... Oh, look, you can see his eyes.
Nice!
Yeah. There's just fucking invisible hollows down here with glowing eyes.
It would
What?
have been really cool if you couldn't target lock on him.
Yeah, it just kind of moved over to him on its own. Oh, wait, what? Can I not kill this one? Oh, there we go. He was just crouched really low. I wonder if there's like 3 invisible hollows and killing all 3 of them does something. What does it mean? No, we don't need to go up there. That's just where Mr. Fancy Cloak is. This is the way we go without having to make the jump, right? I don't want to make that jump. I've embarrassed myself enough. There will be more embarrassments. Moss. That's a green Titanite shard in the base game. Would have been nice if it was in Daughters of Ash as well. This way. We gotta get to the gallery that's overlooking the valley. If I recall aright. How do we get to that gallery? It's not through there. It's not there. Maybe it was up that way? Oh no, I see. There is an up staircase, as you would expect.
Was that when you tried to open that locked door?
Sealed by
Was yeah, that message is different, or
the valley. I'm not sure what it says in the base game. That it's like locked by the power of the sealers or something. Let me see.
I don't remember. It caught my attention now, but I don't remember.
Locked by magic of the sealers. Yeah, not really sure. Let's see if the key has anything to say to us. What? Key to the valley. Key to the iron bars separating the ruins of New Londo from the Valley of Drakes beyond. Legends speak of a terrible dark that was sealed away in New Londo. With the great gates closed, this key opens the only passage to the valley. Let's just go ahead
I
and...
haven't asked about those bars yet, but I will.
Yeah, well that one's not even translated, so that's definitely just the language of the mod, right? Because there is no such key in the base game.
Yeah, but they're taking in from the language of the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, they're borrowing it. It doesn't sound weird to them the way it sounds weird to me. It opens the bricks. It opens the wood. The slats, I guess, is what you would say. It's like a slatted door. It opens the slats. My failure to send this elevator back up both times is a cultural failing. Like, I really let myself down.
won't be there.
Yeah. We've all...
Especially aggravating when you need to take an elevator to try and kill a boss that has killed you like 15 times already.
Yeah, I get pretty sensitive about that. Like, I'm not going to allow myself to suffer any more than I have to. Okay, Dead City of New Londo. I love the title cards in this fucking mod. Dragon's Ravine, the Old Wilderness. Oh, so there's a crazy fuck ring over there next to Mr. the Dragon. I don't know if it's a good idea for us to be doing this. I guess we sent the elevator back up, right? Longbow.
I don't know.
It's a man. Look at all these fucking flying drakes. So I think only one of these items causes him to wake up, and I think it's the one on the far left. Great club. Oh, nope, nope. Dragon scale. Dragon ring. Wait, we got numbers. That's right, we got numbers. We still need to get the fuck out of here.
Maybe not enough numbers.
No, my god, maybe not. He would need to give me a turn. There we go. Oh, oh, we're still alive. Miracles.
Oh my god.
We have 1 hit point. I wonder how many hit points we have. Dreaming Dragon. What was the second item we picked up? There was the club, and then the
club, a scale,
a scale,
and the
that's
ring.
right. Just scales. You should look at the scale description. I wonder if it's different. How much health we got? 12. That's plenty. 12 health. 2, 3. Bottomless, bottomless. Okay, so scales. Oh, the red titanite slab we found. As Numenarch's body weakened, the Lord of Sunlight ruled that only weapons of the gods themselves were permitted to be strengthened with an entire slab of titanite. Such weapons quickly attained legendary status.
That's cool.
Sen's few remaining slabs were lost when she passed, but the discovery of these chunks suggests they may yet be found. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs, gifts from the great Numenarch. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce them. Same description there. The scales, though. Did we read The Twinkling Titanite? Precious Titanite taken from the
No.
listens of Numenarch, most of which fled after their habitats were pillaged. It can be used to reinforce weapons too fragile to etch with ordinary Titanite. Many blacksmiths once refused to work with this grisly material, including the goddess of the forge herself. But as valuable equipment became more scarce, principles were more readily abandoned. Oh yeah, so they're really kind of homing in on the awfulness of killing the little crystal lizards, I guess. Dragon scale.
That's true, but we kind of kill everything for resources.
Well, sure we do, but in their ancient society, they had more refinement, or I guess they didn't, because as valuable equipment became more scarce, principles were more readily abandoned. There was a time.
It's easy to be moral when you have food on the table.
So what do
right?
we know about this society's mores? We know that they don't appreciate bottomless boxes, and that they didn't see it as the thing to do to kill lizards for their scales.
Yeah, like I think it's like I said right now, like they liked to think of themselves as being righteous until shit got hard. Then they showed their true colors.
Fortunately, yeah, that's when it matters. The dragon scale for reinforcing dragon weapons, peeled from an ancient dragon or one of its close relatives. A dragon is inseparable from its scales, or so it was once believed. The transcendent apostles who seek the perpetuity of the ancient dragons have crossed the very end of the earth to seek this invaluable treasure. Yeah, I bet they have. So here we are, going down to Old Blight Town. Hello.
Do you also think the running animation on Dark Souls 1 looks goofy?
Depends on the creature. I think my favorite animation in Dark Souls 1 is the hollows who... The jumping hollows, like when they just launch themselves at you in an absurd way. This man
Playing
sure does
gravity.
have- I think that there's still ridiculous jumps like that even in Elden Ring. I think that they belongs to the demi-humans. That they have just like a ridiculous fling themselves in an unrealistic ass way. I am for it. Tongue ties? Eh? Yes, of course.
In Elden Ring, you just got to Pharaoh Azula, where I'm watching you right now, and Hugh is losing his mind.
Oh yeah, senility.
And it reminded me of the thing that we said about the giants. Like, he's been conditioned to remain a prisoner to his chains.
Yeah,
It's just
that's right. He's
like-
still doing the work of his slavers. Even. Yeah, exactly what's going on with Hugh in America is a little ambiguous. Like, is he a prisoner really?
Well, he
owes her
was,
debt.
right?
He says he is. I don't know. Can you be chained somewhere for your own good? Can you be chained somewhere to make you eternal? Because Hugh needed to last. Hugh needed to last until he could forge a weapon fit to kill a god. Seems like the sheer terror of her. My favorite thing between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, by the way, is that the button that makes you slide down ladders in Dark Souls 1 makes you drop off ladders in Dark Souls 2. Which is a very fun thing to discover as you start playing Dark Souls 2 and you're going down a long ladder, which is the first... yeah, the first ladder you have a reason to slide down is long. Oh, hello. Oh boy. Oh no.
That's happening.
It's bad. It's bad. Oh boy. I need to get rid of this bug. There we go. Two.
No, I'm just glad I'm not playing through Blight Town right now.
Well, but it's the back way. This is kind of the easier way, I feel.
Still, though.
It's not too bad. It's not so bad. Now, I believe that there is no Firekeeper soul down there, unlike in the base game.
Is there still an invasion?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and we will find out. Whoa! Oops. Did not mean to lock onto that thing over there. Come at me. I got health. I'm blessed with health. Zoop. Get fucked. Give me charged R1s. I want them. Crunch. In many ways, a familiar experience. Hello, dog. Ouch. Oh,
Those
fuck. Him not dead.
spikes protruding out of their bodies. Do you think they're bones? Do you think they're ornamentational?
From the
Do you
big
think
guys?
yeah.
I think we need to see another one to consider it, but I think I always thought of them as just like evocative of like our shared idea of the tribal individual, which is like a little racist, but more than a little racist, but that does feel like what they're reaching for to me. They're like these primitives who adore themselves. That was always my tradition. So you don't think that these guys are hollows, though? You don't think this is a state of man?
It doesn't seem to be.
You don't think that it's maybe like the Grus or whatever they're called? They're not called Grus. What are they called? The swamp people in Dark Souls 3.
Oops.
They're not called Grus. They're called the goat people in the swamp in Dark Souls 3.
The Grus.
Oh, they are called Grus. All right, I had the name right.
Yeah, but there we have, like, at least I think, we have an explanation for it, for the difference. Here, there doesn't seem to be one.
Because there's a key that says that they built the final door. The key that comes that lets you come down to Blighttown that comes off the Gaping Dragon says that they built a door to like further other people down here.
Yeah, just separate themselves
from whatever
people
these
living down
folks
here.
are.
Yeah,
I guess they could be like some cousins to giant 3 Titanite shards. Jeez. Oh, there's Mildred. That's interesting. She's glowing. Didn't the other invader not glow?
I don't remember.
Mr. Thorland? Maybe I'm thinking of the Dark Souls 2 mod that I'm playing. I think it makes invaders maybe not glow. Sorry, you were not ready for that, Mildred.
Get staggered.
Get staggered. Butcher knife. And the humanity. We should kindle the bonfire that we're going to find. Get staggered upon. You cannot harm me. I cannot die. Hey, dude. Relax. There is no need to jump and bounce around. Buddy. Take it easy. Oh, he's got a nice animation when he dies. It really feels like the ground is like sucking him down into it. Look who it is. Our friend.
Hello.
Mr. Pyromancer's down here. There's no items up here. I feel like there should be items.
Yeah, I was going to say that would have taken a very long time, but then I remembered you can't actually come in from the other side.
Yeah, you can't. It's I believe it's the only way in here.
Thank you.
I think
I would have
even
eaten supper without you.
even if you have the master
Doing it
key,
in
you
the light.
can't do it because there's 2 doors.
Thank you.
This is just vanilla. He's just saying thanks, and I love his next line though. Once you talk to him once, he's just like, "Oh, hello.
Oh, hello there.
Hi.
I'm fine, thanks to you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Oh, hello. We're down here in hell together." Well, I will see you back in Firelink, and maybe we'll learn a spell or two just for fun. What's our attunement at? Yeah, our attunement's 11. We should absolutely learn a little pyromancy. Doot. Oh, it's like it's sunny here, but also like quite gray skied. It's a really nice effect.
Look up.
Oh, over here.
Okay. I just want to see the sky, now that you mention it.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can see the sky from here. Sorry, there's a bonfire right next to us. Let's go hit it before we
Listen ourselves to that.
marvel a little bit. Yeah, you can see the sky from Blighttown, which again, it's the recurring theme. Let's kindle this bonfire, why don't we? Thanks, Mildred.
Somewhere in the distance, somewhere screams.
We just need one more point of attunement to get an additional spell slot, so let's do that. We'll get some fireballs a little later on. But yeah, you can just totally see all the way up there. Isn't that pretty? This is really just in
That's
the lee of
both.
the wall.
That's both nice and cruel.
Yeah.
Cruel. Like, you can see it, but you can't.
Never have any
It's
direct
not for
sunlight, or
you.
like you just have direct sunlight in the middle of the day and it's beatingly hot, and your whole anatomy has been tailored to the darkness. You have to retreat into your shelters. Yeah, Blighttown really is just, it's not indoors at all. It's built on external walls of Ordran, of the castle.
Yeah, like, I kinda look at it like farmer workers of Izalith built a shantytown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after their own apocalypse.
We all share our apocalypses. Apocalypse. I don't feel the need to farm or anything. We're doing fine. Maybe I'll farm some souls when we're done here. If we get back up to the surface, perhaps I'll farm some souls to
By
upgrade
the
that.
power of cheat engine,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
could just
really
shoot.
have to farm at all.
Well, have to do half an hour on the old exercise bike here, and I gotta find something to do with my hands while I do it. Probably just go play the Dark Souls 3 mod that I'm playing, the Convergence. Yeah, we could just use cheat engine to like set our pyromancy glove to plus 15. That would be fun. We'll do that.
Oh, poison.
We got tons of poison reduction goo, though, I think. By which I mean purple moss. You know, not tons, but a few.
No.
Not tons, but a few. Hello, friends. I'm not going to mess with you. It's wild that you can hear them. Awful. Awful. Should we summon Mildred?
Your call?
I like a friend. Join us, Mildred. I don't remember if this encounter is any real different from how it is in vanilla. Chaos Witch Quelag. Not sure if that's her name in vanilla. This is one of those encounters.
Not sure either.
Not sure. Spider Queen Quelag. This is one of those encounters where the only real way you can die is by getting hit by that one-shot attack, which won't one-shot us, so we're probably pretty safe. There it is. Boom. Maybe it would one-shot us. Let's not find out. Oh wow, Mildred scored a good hit there. Do you lose souls from bosses? Oh, you know what? We should put on our Ring of Temptation. Let's do it. Let's get enhanced souls from this boss. Gotta sit around for like 30 seconds while it activates. Don't go too fast there, Mildred, please. Can I send her away? Get out of here! Fuck off. Multiplayer victory 0, and it will remain a 0. Oh, she got her, though.
But it activated, apparently.
Yeah, solo lag. I don't know. Yeah, it did activate. I think we're good. We're like 40,000 souls, 30,000 souls. I'll take it. We're leveling right out of co-op range. Oh my. Now, I don't know if we want to ring the bells.
Why?
Because the bells don't do what they did in vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Sen's Fortress is already open. The bells... I mean, what's a bell do? It can be a call to arms. But they're called the Bells of Awakening. Who sleeps beneath the earth? We'll pull one. I can't remember if you get a clue as to what happens when you pull the one. When you pull the second one, you can see what happens for sure. I think... I'm not even sure if pulling both of them matters, but there's a special encounter you can have if you don't. Oh, we're bummed. But we're gonna go down and talk to the daughter. We absolutely must not kill her. She gets to live. We can say hi. Oh, the way is already open. Interesting. Oh, no, that's not. That's not the hidden path. Is it here? Yes. Hello. Are you here to serve the lady? Yes. I apologize for my no eggs. I guess we should join this covenant and see what she grants us. I don't remember. I think it is still just a pyromancy.
Why do you think they have no covenants in Elden Ring?
It's a good question. I mean, they never have worked all that well, right? But I still enjoyed them, even though they didn't work that great. I do think especially, like, not having a co-op covenant is a huge loss. I'd much rather see that kind of thing expanded, not contracted.
Yeah, even if they kept just the co-op covenant, like, I think the factional facet of covenants is kind of contrary to the ethos of the games, but the co-op covenant would be fine.
And I mean, people do invade. They are invaders. Giving them some kind of structure for that. I mean, the opportunities are there, right? And the foundation for an actual player covenant for two different invasion covenants is present.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of ignored.
Well, if
I
they
th-
open the Coliseums on the DLC,
Yeah.
maybe they will add something like that.
I'm hoping that the DLC was something in. My guess is that they... Well, on the other hand, we probably would have heard something about it if there was any remnant of it in the code, right? Probably it would have been found by now.
Probably.
But my assumption is just that the only reason they're not in there is that they couldn't figure out how to really make them work. Like, they didn't want to half-ass it anymore. They didn't want people just cheating them anymore, which was what always used to happen, right? Like, all the top Covenant people were just cheaters. And they couldn't figure it out, and so they just said no covenants, which is fair enough.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, gamers can't be trusted. We all know it. We all know it's true. I didn't forget anything over there, did I? I guess we could have done ceaseless. But... oh, maybe we should. Should we go back down there and get the gold-hemmed set? It's a pretty good set. This is the Great Scythe, I believe. Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should get it. And kick ceaseless's ass. Homeward bone. Take me back. Oh, he's tucked under his attack. No fire, please. I apologize for the wasted time, friends in TV land. There was no need for us to have wandered back out into the marsh. We were just gonna come back down here anyway. I'm gonna do an act of supreme error. Oh, I don't even need... I'm not gonna rest at this bonfire. I don't think ceaseless discharge can kill us. I think he doesn't know how to deal with a 99 vigor opponent. Fiery Cascades. Did you notice the names of the name of the bottom of Blighttown, by the way? I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's something incredible we should watch for when we go back. Like, that swamp has a particularly wonderful name.
I didn't know just now.
We must be alert. We must. Very silent here. So that's just the entrance to the ruins over there. And that's like where the kiln is, right? Like that is the outside of the thing that Frampt takes you down to the inside of, I think.
I don't know.
I believe that saucer is indeed. There's a closed door leading to it just after the encounter with Centipede Demon. I think that is. Oop. He's wandering around. He's stumbling about.
Oh,
You know,
the
here's
kiln of First Flame. It looks like it was a city once, right?
Yeah, or something. Something's there. Some scaffolding.
Because people keep talking about maybe they built an Orlando during the war against the ancient dragons. And I'm always like, why would they do that?
That seems really early to me.
And like, if you're fighting natural-born Napo bursts,
Yeah.
why would you build your city
Don't-
outside the mountain?
I
on
mean,
the top
they
of
would
the fucking
they would
mountain?
be inventing cities, right? Like it would be the first city at that point that had ever been. So they're just building, like what could we possibly do to go up against our hated flying foe? I know. Let's build a bunch of structures that can just be torched. I mean, honestly, New Londo makes more sense as the first place, right? I mean, if you build
Yeah,
something
like-
underground.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, we got a friend here. I don't know quite what she's for, because I think Ceaseless can still be killed in the old-fashioned way. Which, I mean this way. The newfangled way. The easy way. The way that makes the Ring of Temptation, yet again, a handy thing. Goodbye, buddy. Whoa! She turned on me? What? No! What the fuck? No!
Well,
She doesn't
you're
usually
killing their
do that.
brother.
No, usually she bows and leaves. Well, that's unusual. She got mad this
got
time.
sick of it.
Yeah, I guess. She knows
Stop
my ways.
bullying my brother.
Apparently. Yeah, but thankfully she leaves after that cutscene. So I don't know. There is a daughter of Chaos who's going to be very important later. But not like very important, but there's going to be a daughter of Chaos who shows up who's not in base game. I don't know if she's meant to be the same one as that one. I think maybe she is. I hope if that's the case that she's not hostile to us, because that would fuck things up in a big way. Maybe we should absolve ourselves when we have the opportunity, just in case. We got a soul from that. You don't usually, but we did. Soul of Quelos. Soul of Quelos, last child of the Witch of Izalith and first victim of the Chaos Flame. Born of pain, prone to fits of great rage, and despised by his mother, but pitied by his sisters, who vowed to allay his torment. Rarely is fate so merciful. Now, oh wait, we should read Quellag's soul as well, right? Doo-doo. Soul of Quellag, first daughter of the Witch of Izalith and formidable warrior turned Chaos Demon. Quellag fought to contain the burgeoning chaos in the sanctum, lest it disfigure the children in the nursery. But the dome was already cracked, and her sacrifice futile. Fucking Ceaseless is worth as much as his sister. I don't think that that's really true. I think that his sister is worth more than he is, conceptually. He was big, though, I guess. He has had to have a lot of souls stuffed inside him.
You're worth as much as the resources we can churn out.
In this world, people are very rankable. Look at that. We're like 5 souls
In our
shy.
War II, like they
Yeah,
shouldn't be,
very
but
true. Yes, it's true. The capacity, unfortunately, is built into the ideologies that surround us. Just use a soul of a lost cleric. You hate to give up a heal, but you hate to lose 10,000 souls too, so let's just keep it moving. Let's take off this fancy ring. Let's put on the wolf ring. Oh, we should read the wolf ring. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The wolf ring belonged to Knight Artorias, who dared to face the abyss and increase his poise. Artorias descended Ulasil against orders, desperate to rescue his betrothed. The legends say he possessed a will of steel, but unbendable things are often the first to break. You know what that means? He was going to marry the dog.
the
I'm just saying, they have strange customs in Ulasil.
okay.
Here we also have the Covenant of Artorias. The ring dropped by Ned Artorias, who made a solemn vow and failed to keep it. Didn't marry the dog. The narrow band symbolizes the razor-thin line separating the souls of living creatures from the yawning chasm below. The ring's wearer can find footing even in the darkest depths of the abyss, but walking those depths is something else entirely.
Do you know if Grimrukh is a furry?
I think that he's talking about Dusk in that description. I don't think he's
Okay.
talking about the dog, but I think it's funnier to imagine that the betrothed is the one that he's hanging out with down there.
Well, it could be.
It could be.
Like,
I mean,
It's not bestiality in the sense
yeah,
that we
Sif
know
seems to be
because Sif is
intelligent.
sentient.
Yeah,
Like
Sif seems to have a mind.
they can give consent.
Yeah,
So
it's classically, it's like a Greek thing, you know. It's not bestiality if they've got a human-like mind. Don't put me on the record as that. I have no strong feelings. I have no strong feelings on this, but I think that Artorias and Sif should get married, is what I'm saying. That I do feel strongly about. Doesn't have to be a sexual thing. It can be a purely political marriage, uniting the kingdoms of dog and man. Now that we've alienated your audience,
or created a new
yeah, that's
audience.
true. Yeah, they're going to be this deep into the show, and this is of interest to me. Okay, so that's probably a good place to call it. We're at about 90 minutes here, which seems to be our usual
What was the
length.
title there?
Oh,
Fetid
the fetid
Agmire.
yeah, Slagmire, that's what it is. The fetid Slagmire.
Okay.
Slagmire is a good-ass fucking name for anything. I will always hang out in the Slagmire. Let's just get to this bonfire and then we can call it a night.
Well, we ended in a high note, right?
Yeah.
Shipping Sif and Artorias.
We did we handled Artorias got his ass kicked. Or something. He seemed to win, and then it seemed like it didn't go well for him. It's unclear. We'll learn more about that in time to come. And
Did he
then
get possessed by?
it kind of looked like he got possessed by Manus, didn't it? Kind of looked like darkness poured into him, and then he took off.
Okay, no spoilers. No
Yeah, there'll be more
spoilers, we'll
clarity
find
on
out.
that later, but it certainly looked like that. Yeah, so that's what we'll find out later on. And thank everybody out there for joining us. Sorry again for our last entry's terrible audio quality. This microphone is not as good as the other one that I've been using, so I hope that it hasn't been totally unlistenable and poppy. It's possible that it has been. If that's the case, I apologize for that as well. We'll get to the one of these weeks where we have no major audio problems, I promise. I don't promise. It may continue happening. Bob, any final thoughts?
Please stay safe.
Please stay safe. See you soon.